All right. So it is 2:05. So at 3 o'clock Eastern, we're gonna be done. so the good folks over at PureTube can see our video as well.
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna tell the good people that we're doing hip hop this week. If for some reason they missed that in the title, they just clicked on it. We're doing hip hop, and we're gonna do at least one more week of this. It sounds like probably more. And I want to be clear up front about us. I think hip hop is not one people fight over so much. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like next week we're doing punk. This is a notoriously people fight over the definition of punk and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
We are like super not going to be pedantic about our genres. So I just want to be 100% clear. If you don't like what we play, you can feel free to fight about it in the comments. But frankly, I don't care. Okay. I mean, if you don't like it because you think it's shit, that's one thing. But if you don't like it because we said it was punk and it's not, I just don't care. So, Donnie said you got for us.
All right, I'll get things started off. We have a brand new Donnieism video for my Net Label Day 2023 release. So let's just jump into that and kick off Hip Hop Week. All right.
Everybody's looking down and out. Meanwhile, I feel so good, I wanna scream and shout. I really don't have time for doubt. Ever since I've been convinced all things are working out. Like that time I tried to write a rap, and then I wrote a fat stack. Like, look at that. It's been a while now, so I'm looking back. 34 years later, and I'm still on track. I love how life is so effortless. Like how I always end up with the best there is. Like how my good luck always helps me get my wish. Like how I'm manifesting blessings from these sentences. My pint glass is always half full, although I'm half a full, my other half is magical. Like how I always end up with the best prize, and you'll believe it when you see it with your best eyes. You see, it's just so great that I gotta give thanks for this food on my plate. Yeah, and for the money in the bank, man, life is so rich that I gotta give thanks. True, and for a good night's sleep, cause it's just so right when it's just so deep. Yeah, and in the morning when I wake, man, I gotta give thanks, cause it's just so great. Now if you think that it's not real, I might take a short walk and find a large bill. And I didn't even ask twice, maybe it's just good karma from my last life. And if the doubters don't agree, well that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm just living life, living large, living free, playing the lead role in my own reality. And you don't have to understand it, but you would if you were living on my planet. And you would if you were flying in my orbit. And there's enough for everybody to absorb it. It's like sunbeams, you could never hoard it. You could never steal it or fake it or forge it. It's just the way that it is. It's just a supernatural, mystic kind of life that I live. You see, it's just so great that I gotta give thanks for this food on my plate. Yeah, and for the money in the bank, man, life is so rich that I gotta give thanks. True, and for a good night's sleep, cause it's just so right when it's just so deep. Yeah, and in the morning when I wake, man, I gotta give thanks, cause it's just so great.
Boom. All right. World premiere.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And so that came out July 14th for Net Label Day. It's been a Block Sonic exclusive up until this past Friday, and then we went live with all streaming services and threw the video in for good measure. So we're official. Give thanks. It's just in time for Thanksgiving. I'll be
Yes.
replaying that for the Thanksgiving show. So fair
Excellent.
warning. That'll be a repeat. I feel like it's out a little early. Maybe you should have waited till November.
Yeah.
It's always a good time to have gratitude. All right.
Very true. So I'm glad you mentioned that because the show right after Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving weekend, we're not having that. Neither one of us is available.
Right.
So the week before, Sunday
Good
before
point.
Thanksgiving, though. So just
Yeah.
in time for all of your Thanksgiving dinners, we'll set your playlist up for you. So,
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
so that's November 19th, and the only reason I know that is because I know the show that's closed is November 26th. So
Yes.
All
right.
right. So Donnie and I were talking about this dude just before we got started, and I've got it. So I might as well make it happen. This is Napoleon the Legend featuring DJ Flowtech. Or I guess it's actually Napoleon the Legend and DJ Flowtech, like a whole thing. Maybe they did an album. I don't actually know. But then it features Aya Kadjo, Kadjo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, the name of the track is Ma Bella.
Napoleon the Legend.
T'es dans ma cabeza, ouais je sais que t'aimes quand je te dis ça. Hey, t'es dans ma cabeza, ouais je sais que t'aimes quand je te dis ça. Hey, ça bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala.
Here we go.
Bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala.
Ma bella, baby t'es ma cam, genre qui rend toxicomane. J'suis sûr que t'attires tous les players et les mythomanes. Les fans psychopathes avec ce corps de pyromane. Wonder Woman, j'prends des claques, tu détruis la gamme. Solide et insolite, au-delà du symbolique. Bonnie et Clyde, on monte la hype en tant qu'acolyte. Jamaïque, Afrique ou Brooklyn, mon coup de kiff. You the baddest one, pas besoin de sous-titres.
Ça bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala. Bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala. Ça bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala. Bala, 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 hey, bala, bala, bala.
Baby pull up, on leur donne un show en direct, on anti-sèche. Le lover en bidex, s'en fout des ondits. Toute la ville en parle, on le sait. On se donne envie, se donne à fond. On s'en tape, on se plaît, on se motive. Lioness, Gal, c'est le flash. Plus de secrets entre nous. Il est temps qu'on se confesse, pas de stress. Que du kiff, c'est unanime. Afro-latine, ma vitamine douce comme gélatine.
Bébé, assieds-toi bien dans la caisse, c'est moi qui pilote. Kiffe ma silhouette, 2DS, y'a pas d'antidote. Mais bébé, attention, garde la pêche, je suis une femme en or. Avec moi, y'a pas d'impolitesse, sinon c'est dehors.
Quand mon téléphone sonne, je ressens comme un dilemme. Pas de bébé, elle est naturelle, idem. Coco, Chanel, un peu de choco et crème. Même rend loco très aiguisé comme un opinet. Je la fais sortir sa coquille, la Kenzo, vitelle, je suis love d'elle. Elle me tire de ses ficelles, je suis plus un player. T'inquiète, j'ai fait la vaisselle. Destination, les îles Comores ou les
Je me fais
Seychelles.
tourner la tête, j'étais trop dans la pause, ça m'inquiète. Au moins faut pas que je te jette. Ici y'a pas de place pour des miettes. Yeah bébé, bébé, allô. Tu montes mon barreau. Eh bébé, bébé, allô. Un bail bizarre et c'est ciao. T'es dans ma cabeza, ouais je sais que t'aimes quand je te dis ça. Eh, t'es dans ma cabeza, ouais je sais que t'aimes quand je te dis ça. Eh, ça bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala. Bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala. Ça bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala. Bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala. Ça bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala. Bala, bala, bala. Eh, bala, bala, bala.
All right.
I said I was gonna figure out the whole deal with it being Napoleon the Legend and DJ Flowtech. But I don't see this on Napoleon's Bandcamp. So I don't know where this comes from. But the video was released in July. So maybe it's something that's coming out in the future. Really don't know. One thing that I've noticed about Napoleon the Legend, unfortunately, that it seems like all of his new releases are all rights reserved, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, because he was definitely some rights reserved for everything in the past few years. It was like a recent change, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Versatilis Prolifis was Creative Commons, and then last year, September 2nd, Two Piece was Creative Commons, but I think everything after that is all rights reserved. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So just something to keep in mind for this year's CC Music Awards is that it doesn't look like any of his new stuff is eligible. So that's a huge bummer. But there is a pretty extensive back catalog of things that people can still enjoy.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent. It happens.
Yeah, and not all of his old stuff was CC either. So yeah, I don't know what the, maybe it's like different labels that he's on and stuff.
Definitely the label, definitely could be the producer, depending on their personal philosophy.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on, whoever's the writer. Yeah, there's so many things on there's so many reasons, but yeah, it's nice that he does use it as an option a lot.
Yeah.
Or has. So. And we like that here at the Creative Commons Community Video Show. I'm just making names now. All right, we'll keep the show flowing. And a couple weeks ago, we discovered an MC Mary Sue, and I was digging it. It's more on the experimental hip hop side. Definitely like what Mary Sue's coming up with. So we're gonna drop a Mary Sue video next.
For sure, I missed a couple times. For sure, I would've asked if you let me cry. For sure, I was feeling flat that I couldn't cry. For sure, I found it dead when I calculate the time lost. For sure, I could've left your decisions to the coin toss. For sure, I thought of places that I won't cross. For sure, I thought of faces that I hope I wouldn't. For sure, I said some words that I know I shouldn't. For sure, I took some things that I know I couldn't. For sure, there was some things that was worth pursuing. For sure, there was some things that I stopped renewing. For sure, I wasn't sure that I was worth losing. For sure. For sure, I wasn't sure that I was worth losing. For sure, I wasn't sure that I was. For sure, I wasn't sure that I was worth losing.
This OGs in this generation. As long as you keep working, keep thriving, never give up, bro. You got something special in you, my G. And yeah, bro, really appreciate the kind regards and the concerns.
Yeah, Mary Sue coming through with some pure art, rap, art, hip hop. So I'm digging that. I'm a Mary Sue fan now. following their channel, which I don't remember the name of it. I don't know if it's a label or not. I forget. But yeah, definitely digging what I'm hearing out of that, the Mary Sue camp. And yeah, I'm following Mary Sue directly. I wasn't sure if it was a group or a label or what.
I think it's a guy, but I don't know for sure.
I think so too. But the album on Bandcamp is great, so I'm loving it. Some rights reserved, the whole album. So yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing more from him.
All right, I have a couple of videos, at least a couple of videos from previous Creative Commons Community Music Awards nominees and winners. This is the first of those. This is Effluent with Live It Up.
You take this life and live it up, cause you only get one. Shit, you only get one. Take this life and live it up, cause you only get one. Yeah, you only get one. You'll take this life and live it up, cause you only get one. Yeah, you only get one. Yeah. This for the vices I've inherited through blood. Long crowd, righteous list of drug addicted scum. It's a love affliction, something isn't adding up at all. Package up prescriptions like we passing Adderall. We just mastering the call of the customer. Legal drug market's not the fall of real hustlers. We coming up. All that I can do is take the chorus's advice. Me and my broad with something gorgeous in our life. Exploring what we like, what we don't, what we're indifferent to. What we might, what we won't, and what we certainly gon' get into. I know it hurts to be restricted to society's demands as my sobriety relapses quick. That was a long 4 hours, now something has to give. Roll up an ounce of that flower, absence glass to sip. Once you factor in the stresses of the daily grind, it makes sense to why you wanna leave your brain behind. Take this life and live it up, cause you only get one chance. And once the tape is finished, you gon' wish it would run back. Take this life and live it up, cause you know everyone dies. What better way to go out than watching the sunrise? Take this life and live it up, cause you only get one chance. And once the tape is finished, you gon' wish it would run back. Take this life and live it up, cause you know everyone dies. What better way to go out than watching the sunrise? We gon' live it, we gon' give it everything we got. Limits isn't something we admitting to, I'm giving you your biggest shot. See, we can finish or continue on. Price of chasing losses, I'ma save it for a different song. Shorty squirted a fountain out of that Vicky thong, then stuck her palm in a mountain of weed and lit the bong. It's the wrong era for that free love motto, and you can try to live it over, but that rerun's hollow. Tell them live it for your people, the ones lost along the way. Don't let depression defeat you, paint it all the gray. Carved away deep within the crevices here is the answer to your questions and the ending of fear. If we could only let ourselves have a moment to breathe, maybe we could sense the lies we're supposed to believe. Hope that you're free from any other shackles that bind, cause it's a war going on and they after your mind. Take this life and live it up, cause you only get one chance. And once the tape is finished, you gon' wish it would run back. Take this life and live it up, cause you know everyone dies. What better way to go out than watching the sunrise? Take this life and live it up, cause you only get one chance. And once the tape is finished, you gon' wish it would run back. Take this life and live it up, cause you know everyone dies. What better way to go out than watching the sunrise?
Kind of just chop that right at the end.
Yeah. Quick chop. Yeah. I noticed that on a lot of videos for some reason. We need to learn how to ease out of our videos. Not us, but the producers of videos. We need to ease out. But I know audio DJs have the same issue with sometimes with things stopping right away. They could use a little leader at the end sometimes, especially the college radio DJs. I hear them talking about that sometimes. Like it just ends like in half a second after the song's done.
Yeah.
You know, like they could use a little extra time on the end.
So he was a a nominee, his album White Devil in 2021.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
And that video is from this year. So,
Okay, great. Cool. Yeah. I definitely recognize the name. So probably from the list, I would imagine. Yeah. So Yuck MC had a track out on his last album, Who I Be, which we played on the Block Report, and which I personally really enjoy that track from that album. So he just put out a video for it this past week. So let's jump into a brand new video for Who I Be from the one and only Yuck MC.
It's Yuck MC. This is Who I Be. On the MIC. And I'm in BC. Let me tell you about the feeling when the sun beams have it stealing all the hours of your day, and you say, without revealing what you're up to, what you're doing, always working, always moving, and improving your surroundings while the basements keep on moving. And suddenly through the sounds of the summer sunshine, not only are you feeling good, you know you're also feeling fine. Clear your mind, unwind, feel the stress lift, that's better. But not those vessels below your neck, don't like a go-getter. A trendsetter I ain't, you definitely faint if you could see me forward. Anything out there kinda weird, you know I go explore. Checking out the jam about the man across this land, and all of y'all should listen because my son will soon assume to man. Standing in my way, truly enjoying this day. Is a bucket of procrastination trying to keep me at bay. I say these words before you so I can feel like I'm the king. This Yuck MC original, yes I'm doing my thing. It's who I am cause I am just who I be. Said climbing up the walls, you find me climbing up a tree. I got my eyes wide open so I can see what I see. Intercepting incoming intelligence inquiries. Never been perfect and never wanted to please. This Yuck MC style, bringing it right down to your knees. With the flow that goes back to the MCs of the 80s. So I guess I'm getting a angle and a Mercedes full of ladies. Here we go again with the second verse. It can only get better cause it couldn't be much worse. Rehearse and reverse the surge of negativity and drama. And I ain't even talking about the shit I get from baby mama. She done a number on me. Sometimes that's just the way it is. And all these other people trying to get up in my fucking business. Now stress is causing me to sweat. They just don't understand that I'm a man that do his last breath. I'm going to snap if I can't get some resolution. If you come to battle, better prepare to face a revolution. Produce solutions, constantly solving these evolving issues. Traveling for too many years, I use too many tissues. The misuse of authority, showing up the policy. I gotta get it right when late at night I see the forestries. I'm not the most perceptive guy in the room, but if you sell me short, I'm gonna send you to your fucking doom. It's who I am cause I am just who I be. Said climbing up the walls, you find me climbing up a tree. I got my eyes wide open so I can see what I see. Intercepting incoming intelligence inquiries. Never been perfect and never wanted to please. This Yuck MC style, bringing it right down to your knees. With the flow that goes back to the MCs of the 80s. So I guess I'm getting a angle and a Mercedes full of ladies. Unapologetically me until the day I die. I'm hoping that won't happen while I'm napping this coming July. I had those feelings, but don't cry when I'm dealing. Cause it's so lucky to be level, currently operating at my ceiling. If you know me at all, you know I only steal my own rhymes. I'm one of the originals. I've been wondering if I could stick with the time. In my mind's eye, I see it, constantly judging, staring back at me. I gotta break free, but that won't come about too easily. Feasibly attainable, but physically a burden. Operating out of my comfort zone, I ain't no surgeon. Urgently connected to the spot I had inspected. And at the end of the day, at least it's mostly unaffected. Erected a statue for me, but I told him take it down. The disco beat's the only thing for which I wear a crown. The sound will overtake you before you get through the door. Open up your mental pulse, so my Lord will give you more. It's who I am, cause I am just who I be. Said climbing up the walls, you find me climbing up a tree. I got my eyes wide open so I can see what I see. Intercepting incoming intelligence inquiries. Never been perfect and never wanted to please. This Yuck MC style, bringing it right down to your knees. With the flow that goes back to the MCs of the 80s. So I guess I'm getting a angle and a Mercedes full of ladies.
Wow. Man. All right. That was an ending, dude. There's no way we're going to get a better ending from today's videos. And that eased us out, sort of. I don't know if ease is the right word. That took us out. I like that. So looking back on that video from 10 years from now, maybe even 5 years from now, it's going to be like one of the first uses for that artificial intelligence replacement for a character in a video. That's what he was. I don't know if you're familiar with how that works, but he was replacing himself with characters with using AI video technology. And as you can tell, it's still in infancy. It's a little garbled, but it'll be really cool to look back on that once the technology is so much better, and just to see how it was like in 2023 when it was just just at the very beginning. So I'm glad he used that. That's cool. And I like the pink bunny hat in the skate park. I thought that was a good look. And I like how when it transferred over, it read the hat as hair, and it was like hair was flopping around on the characters where the hat was flopping. It was just fun, man. It's a fun song and a fun video. So I was hoping for a skater or two to pop up and start doing some tricks, but I think it looked like he was there in the middle of the night, so I guess that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, I like that. I really like that for the video shoot, like as a backdrop. I thought it looked great with all the graffiti and everything. And that's Yuck MC, man. Block Sonic. There's albums to check out, so check it out.
All right, so I don't know if this is I need to do some research here. Maybe so this was produced by Phonics, but I feel like that's one of those names that maybe lots of people have.
Yeah.
But this was also, this video was back in 2014. So maybe it was back when Phonics was Phonics. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll do some research while we watch here. I wanted to play this one because earlier I mentioned that like people don't really fight about they don't seem to fight about what the definition of hip hop is quite as much as they do other things. But the name of this track is called Real Hip Hop. So I thought might spur some discussion about what is real hip hop.
Yeah, I think most of the arguments are coming in from the boom bap generation against the trap generation, of course.
Yeah,
and so that's where most of the friction is. And but then you have artists that embrace both, like Kool Keith embraces both. You know, and some new artists, some younger artists embrace the old boom bap sound, and they do both as well, which is interesting. Like Prof on Rhymesayers, he uses both. So, but I think that's where a lot of the tension is between the new generation. But it's supposed to be like that. You don't want to listen to your mom and dad's music. You need to reinvent it for your own. Every generation needs to reinvent themselves. So I say go for it and do your thing, man. You're just gonna keep evolving.
Yeah.
I mean the blues became hair metal eventually, so
right.
You know, let's see where hip hop goes. Yeah. That's a big change.
Back in 2018, the very first edition of the Creative Commons Community Music Awards, Def Flow was a best hip hop album nominee with Most Definite, and that's most with a T, not like, you know, Most Def or most. Yes. And so this Real Hip Hop track is a collaboration between Def Flow and A1.
The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reign supreme like a cutlass. One more time, I've been doing this. Real hip hop, hip hop. The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reign supreme like a cutlass. One more time. time I've been doing this real hip hop.
Watch the throne, let the king get his crown taken, and I put the house on that like a foundation. I ain't about to sit around waiting, fam. I'm trying to get paid in full. Fuck a down payment. Circle tighter than Tiny Harris's facelift. Only know the cipher on the first round basis. I say shit, niggas get turned up. I finish my verse and other rappers start giving they turns up. Students of the game, homie, you ain't learned much. My dissertation is over beats I burnt up. I forgot half of your knowledge and wealth, but you forgiven cause you niggas missing knowledge yourself. I don't need another notch on the belt or need college to help. Either God got me or I got it myself. I got phonics on the 12s, A1 make the monitors melt. What else y'all want lining the shelf? Who the hell else is better than rep? It's Death Flow. Y'all niggas I ain't never respect. If your mouth writing separate checks, I put the hood on your head, nigga. My demands better get met. I never make featherweight terrorist threats. I'm like Leatherface wearing the flesh. There's no comparison to the next. I'm the type you don't really want famous. Known to keep a shitty disposition the same as John Amos. Lot of bitch niggas the same as John Stamos. Rich niggas is cross-dressing for entertainment. Need to cut that shit off. LeBron James said I never seen no tight jean nigga that's dangerous.
The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reigns supreme like a cutlass. One more time, I've been doing this real hip hop. Hip hop. The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reigns supreme like a cutlass. One more time, I've been doing this real hip hop. Hip hop.
Thick like Allen I'm the type of guy that rock loud cologne make you think I'm some kind of high. But when that vehicle is flying by, I know that I'm surrounded by some individuals who will ride or die. This rap shit is really eye for eye. Fuck around and get bound and tied, cause you rhyming that pie for pie. We gon' see where that money at. Don't make me put the word out and find out where your wifey and your mommy at. Cause I'm from where niggas is hungry at. Went to school with and I was cool with all the wild and bummy cats. The same niggas that you saying on your level got the full fifth in your face saying give me that bezel. Niggas tired of that money talk. I was told that my Uzi weighs a ton and we gon' see how fast that money walk. Your security run with a shot, so your rented Cuban links is getting pawned right up on my block. My crew about that hip hop. Fuck the fashion, fuck the flash, and that's for hoes, might as well keep your lips locked. Real niggas in my cipher. I'm here to talk that slick, funky shit, nigga. My mouth needs a diaper. Pure oxygen, I combust with a lighter, y'all. Niggas jeans tighter than leggings, RuPaul a wife here. Wearing women's clothes, got the nerve to say you kill her with your tapered hipster jeans, talking about you pace a thriller. Emasculated the game, need some hair on your face, you keep that molly out your nasal. I'm here to replace you with that old faithful, amazing, graceful, lyrical composition. You niggas won't have a pot to piss in.
The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reigns supreme like a cutlass. One more time, I've been doing this real hip hop. Hip hop. The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. Yo, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Hip hop. The roughest dream team reigns supreme like a cutlass. One more time, I've been doing this real hip hop. Hip hop.
And that was off of Don't Sleep Records, which I think A1 might run. I don't know, maybe he's on it. Listen, Don't Sleep Records on his Twitter. But Don't Sleep Records is based out of Portland, Maine, per their Bandcamp.
Yeah, Portland, Maine. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know who. I think this is a different phonics. That's what I think. But there's a A1 and phonics.com link from the Bandcamp that no longer exists. So, yeah, here we go. There is a phonics based in Portland, Maine. So that's a different phonics.
Okay.
Right? It's a different phonics.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I didn't research it, but probably.
Well, so
but
you know that regenerated headpiece, phonics was part of that.
yeah, I'm not sure where Phonics live, like that Phonics lives. So.
Yeah, I thought they were all in New York. All right, more research. Well, listen to
Yeah.
the next track.
Yeah, people move around so much. I don't know if they're
That's-
still in New York, or
wow.
they used to be in New York, or
That's
whatever.
okay. That's fair. That's
They could
fair.
easily be in Portland.
That's fair. That's fair. The regenerated headpiece, their Block Sonic page says New York City's regenerated headpiece. But you're right. Maybe they've moved.
Yeah, I
so
don't know when
anyway,
that file was posted, but
we'll
it'd be interesting.
we'll never know.
We won't know. We don't know which Phonics is which, but they're incredible if they're two different people. So I like that last video a lot. Of course, the music was incredible and the rhymes and everything, but I really enjoyed watching the dance class.
Yeah.
Throwdown. That was a nice touch, man. That was fun to watch. I love that. So I was mentioning that that Kool Keith, he embraces both. I'm not sure if everyone's aware of that, but he has an album literally called The King of Trap, which is hilarious because I never really expected that from him. But he's like, I can do trap better than everyone else, so let me just make an entire trap album. And it's great. I really enjoyed it. But so sometimes he switches over to the modern sound. Sometimes he does the old school style. What do you think about all that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that the trap thing, I don't know that I have huge opinions about that, but it's interesting to see people incorporating like vaporwave into hip hop.
I like that. Yeah, I really like that a lot.
But I have the answer to the Phonics debate. So Phonics, who was on that last track, the producer on that last track, is Phoniks. However,
okay.
Phonics from Regenerated Headpiece is PHON-X. So
got it.
there we go. I didn't know that. I just always heard it said Phonics. So, and I do have here in the on this page, I guess I don't know how else you would pronounce Phonics other than Phonics, like unless you pronounced it Phon-X or something. I don't know. But
we don't do that around here, man.
But they do have in parentheses like phonics as like after like how to pronounce Phonics. So
okay.
in case anyone is confused. Yeah.
He must get that a lot then at every bar that every place where they play or whatever. He's probably always getting that.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, so mystery solved. They are different folks. In any case,
yes. So moving on with everything here, like my philosophy here with this show is if we play like 90% videos, it's okay to play an album art track, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 a show, but just not every track, And I think also front loading with all videos is a good idea, but then maybe playing an album art track or a visualizer is fine sometimes. I don't know if you're 100% purist or what, but when we have visitors, they also play album art tracks, which that allows for that too, having like 10% album art, just because I don't want to punish artists if they can't afford to make a video. We don't want to skip over a lot of great music, that's just because you're really, after you get past the Creative Commons license, then you have like 1.5%. I said 1%, but it's like 1%. It might even be 0.5% of artists who actually take the time to make videos. So then you're just cutting down like a lot, 99% of the music. But tying that in with my former statement about Kool Keith, now I also want to throw in B-Sot's podcast, which you had a 2-part interview on.
Yes.
You were on two episodes. The latest episode features a Creative Commons track from the Polish Ambassador, who I'm a fan of. I love the Polish Ambassador's productions. Always checking out his new stuff. But he, B-Sots played a Polish Ambassador featuring Kool Keith that I wasn't aware of because it came out a year ago, I think, before I discovered Polish Ambassador. I was really excited to hear that. So I looked it up. I wanted to play it for the hip hop show, squeeze in some Kool Keith on here. And because I'm a Kool Keith fan, and I think a lot of our listeners are. I know the Puck Crew definitely is also a Kool Keith fan. So, but this is not a full video. This is album art, but it has some movement in it. I would say it's a album visualizer, so we're gonna drop that. And this is licensed under CC. Pretty much everything Polish Ambassador does, unless he works with someone who's against it, is CC. And I know Kool Keith is open to it. Kool Keith seems to go with the flow a lot. So if the producer's into it, he's into it. So I noticed there were several tracks from Kool Keith that were licensed CC, but it's usually when he's working with a producer who's open to it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Polish Ambassador, Kool Keith. Yeah, we ready to come out in space with them jumpsuits. Fly high, moonwalk on the craters, the greatest. Outer space manifested, requested science metaphor for the predators. Immense power, astronauts going up to devour. Astrology is my only ability. High up in this galactic wave, sponsored in the aviation trade. NASA rockets tested, captain up on the ship suggested. I fix those parts with lyrical symmetrics. Energy running through your mind, electric. 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 Nevertheless, on the conquest, men in uniform ready to the stars, suit up in progress. Moonwalking on with the stethoscope, looking for clues, not like a doctor, but I'm entering the starship cockpit, locating all panels, pulling levers and handles, cruising around the atmosphere at this mantle, on and on, to the meteorites fall. Energy running through your mind, electric. Energy running through your mind, electric. Energy running through your mind, electric. Energy running through your mind, electric.
Yeah, so
Very
there's-
nice.
There's an example of Kool Keith on a track it's not trap, but it's very modern. I would say EDM subgenres, bass music or whatever. I'm not even sure which genre that fits into, but definitely modern. So modern that an old man doesn't even know what subgenre it belongs to anymore. I look it up, and that artwork is very entertaining. I love that cover. That was what Goats Volume 1. So gotta love that. Gotta love the Polish ambassador coming with a sense of humor, bringing good stuff.
So back in the day, there was an album called Some Brown Songs, and back in the day it's 2020 in this case. That was nominated for Best Hip Hop Album. It's by Earl Sweatshirt and Apollo Brown. It was on Bandcamp. However, said album is no longer on Bandcamp. Does Altered Crates have a Bandcamp? So Altered Crates has a Bandcamp, but this is no longer on it. I don't know what the deal with any of that is. But like I said, the guys involved in that were Earl Sweatshirt and Apollo Brown.
Yes, two great names, two incredible MCs.
So Earl Sweatshirt is doing a thing. And by doing a thing, I mean they have an album that's coming out on October 6th. And this is Earl Sweatshirt and The Alchemist. So you went from Kool Keith, who has a Wikipedia page, to The Alchemist, who has a Wikipedia page. I don't know about Earl Sweatshirt.
I love The
But-
Alchemist. Alchemist is great. I love when he worked with Evidence. That album is incredible. I'm always checking out the Alchemist stuff. So yeah, for sure.
This is how I determine if folks are famous or not, is if they have a Wikipedia page. So
Yeah, I think that's a good indicator.
yeah. So anyway, I don't know if The Alchemist has any CC stuff, but like I said, this Earl Sweatshirt character was nominated for a different collaboration. So I figured, what the hell? Let's play The Caliphate featuring Vince Staples.
Yeah. Man, what a great track. Nice selection.
Thanks, sir. All right, so we are getting close to our cutoff. You got anything you want to toss in for our last 3 minutes here?
Yeah, I have a short one. Let me just
Sweet.
throw it in, and then I think you have a
Yeah, we'll see if we have time for both. If we don't, then mine's definitely going to fit in on during the Halloween shows. So there's a little bit of teaser of where we're going.
Okay. Well, let me drop this one. This is Mosca, and this is Drosophil. That was the name of the group, and the second was the name of the track. And I probably pronounced it incorrectly, but it's okay. I forgive myself.
Coucou, c'est Mosca, le drosophile, fils de la loose. Vodka philosophique, grise et je m'enlise dans le blues. Le chronophile que je n'ai à foutre, je reste la mouche dans ta soupe. Allez, je vais te donner un scoop. Ce monde de merde a gagné la coupe. Des tons premiers dans la course, des bombes, alors on s'évade en soucoupe. C'est bon de se coudre les paupières, tout dans les artères. Foudre qui trouve la poudre et le souffle me met par terre. Boum, pas de martyr, l'instru me martèle. Je veux juste partir, la vie m'écartèle. Mais même m'attire d'elle, l'abîme m'attire. J'ai vu l'étincelle, mais ce n'était qu'un tir de plus. Mon sourire hélas, y'a pire c'est sûr. Mais qu'est-ce que tu veux que je fasse de ma place? Tout est lycée fade, beau mais misérable. Souillé par la pisse et crade, comme des sables mouvants qui t'avalent. Un volcan qui crache sa lave. Drosophile, mouche Mouche à merde, poteau, je manque de chlorophylle. À force de bouffer l'air, ma langue s'est pris dans le rotophile. Salement, bêtement, zerbe. Seulement d'air. Salement, bêtement, seulement. Drosophile. Mouche à merde, poteau, je manque de chlorophylle. À force de bouffer l'air, ma langue s'est pris dans le rotophile. Salement, bêtement, zerbe. Seulement d'air. Salement, bêtement, seulement. J'ai presque déserté la scène depuis sans être la carie. Rap à l'ancienne, on faisait pas crari hier. On le fera pas demain, si tu veux on parie frère. J'y mets mes deux mains au feu de ma carrière. Trop de balles dans mon barillet, trop de barres dans la bouche pour les gestes barrières. Trop de choses dans ma liste que j'ai pas rayées. T'inquiète, si tu veux du son, tu vas pas le payer. Sûr qu'on fait pas ça pour palper des billets. Tout pour le kiff ou la rap thérapie. Et si possible de faire taper du billet. Bouger ta tête sur nos rêves brisés. Cercle de break sur du verre pilé. Prêt à teaser, tant qu'il reste de la scare à teaser. T'inquiète, on va pas dégriser. Mais y a pas de trêve dans la crise. C'est l'après vous les tiges, y a pas de grève à la tristesse. Quand la vie passe les vitesses et te fait raquer les piges. Alors je mets tous les doigts dans la prise. À croire que la leçon je l'ai pas apprise. Mais y a pas de maître ici, donc pas de disciple. J'avoue, je les méprise tous et focalise sur la maîtrise du déficit. Plutôt que de faire des vocalises. Je somatise, il me faut de la tisse pour être explicite. L'enfer c'est pile ici. Il paraît que le paradis aussi. Pour ça, faut faire dans l'illicite. Pourtant je suis pas ravi au riche, mon rey. Mais je rêve consentir, j'attends l'écho, je tends l'oreille. Mais d'abord faudrait consentir à ne pas rendre l'appareil. À ne plus rien ressentir, non, faut qu'on se tire avant qu'on s'enterre. Faut construire, mais faut être déter, sans thune et sans terre. Drosophile, mouche à merde, poteau, je manque de chlorophylle. À force de bouffer l'air, ma langue s'est pris dans le rotophile. Salement, bêtement, zerbe. Seulement d'air. Salement, bêtement, seulement. Drosophile. Mouche à merde, poteau, je manque de chlorophylle. À force de bouffer l'air, ma langue s'est pris dans le rotophile. Salement, bêtement, zerbe. Seulement d'air. Salement, bêtement, seulement d'air. Mouche à merde.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Going international hip hop representing.
I was like, what the hell is that sound? One of the cats has decided to start scratching his little scratching. It's not really a scratching post. It's it's like a scratching board. They both like these things that they're like body weight scratchers. They like get on top of them and then they like pull on them. So yeah, I guess if you had like a gym bro cat, he would like flip himself over, but I don't have either of those. So
yeah. A gym bro cat. Got it. That's hilarious.
You see dogs like that are all swole.
Definitely.
You don't really see cats that are too much like that.
No.
T'Challa's kind of not quite there. He if you look at him, like he's got kind of like a stocky, but he's not like totally ripped like some of those dogs.
Yeah.
But,
no doubt.
All right. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and cut this off before I'm going to stop the live stream.